Welcome in 785 Live post-game show. Kansas Jayhawks a 6-point win over the Mountaineers of West Virginia. I'm here, I'm Griffin Hughes, joined with my partner Donovan Miller. Donovan, at one point the Jayhawks were down 10 in this game. What did they do to turn around and end up with the victory?
Well, definitely they brought up the energy for sure. Asia Boyd and Chelsea Gardner just took over the game. Chelsea with 20 points, 20 rebounds. That was crazy. The crowd went wild for that. And the energy was just high. Lauren Aldridge, she played a smarter game. She didn't have as many turnovers in the second half. So really, it was the second half for the whole team that just brought it up, and the energy was very high, and they played better defense. It was a great game for them.
So we talked a little bit in the press room with Coach Henriksen. She switched Lauren Aldridge onto West Virginia's best scorer, Bria Holmes, for a little bit. Holmes averages 20 points per game. Lauren Aldridge did a fantastic job on her. Did you like that matchup, and did you think that Henriksen would keep it for the entire game?
Well, I didn't think they were going to keep it. They needed to switch multiple times to keep Bria Holmes confused, or that'd be a word to say. Because Knight wasn't doing as well on Holmes as Lauren Aldridge was. So they needed to switch so that they would play better defense. And it helps her miss a lot more shots and got more rebounds for Chelsea.
Going forward, the Jayhawks had started 0-5 in the Big 12, and the Big 12 statistically the best conference in the country. Now with the 2-game win streak heading into Ames, Iowa, to face Iowa State, do you think that they can bring the energy they found here into Iowa State and come away with a win against a very, very tough Cyclone team?
Definitely. If they keep the energy up like they did tonight, they will definitely go into Iowa State with a bang. They will win the game. It might be a very tough win for them, but if they keep the energy up like they did, and if Chelsea and the seniors went off like they did tonight, they'll do just fine. They'll do just fine.
Now, the player of the game, as we can all imagine, Chelsea Gardner, 2020. She set a career high in rebounds. It was the first 2020 game of the season for the Jayhawks anyway. Besides Chelsea Gardner, who was your player of the game today?
Definitely Knight. Natalie Knight. She went off tonight. She was 6 for 18, even though that was not a very good percentage, but it was still great shots. She made 2 of her threes in the second half. They were biggest threes, and they brought us back into the game. So definitely Knight was my player of the game, other than Gardner.
In the press room, Asia Boyd was asked how it was like to play with a star like Chelsea Gardner. If you were a player, and we both played basketball, and you know, we've been there, we've been with stars, we've played with stars.
Yes.
If you are a player playing with Chelsea Gardner, how much leeway do you give her before you say, you know what, someone else has got to take the reins of this offense?
Well, it depends on the defense. It depends on if there's enough defense to stop her from doing what she was doing. Because if she's open in the paint, then she's going to do just fine. We just let her go to work. We don't need anybody else doesn't need to score because she's doing a lot of the scoring. If she was like having a lot of pressure on defense, then you would say, I'll stop, let someone else take the ball, or I'll even take the shot if you're a good shooter. Like, I would just let it go. If she's got it, then let her take it. If she doesn't, then let somebody else do it.
When you look at when Lauren Aldridge runs the point, she runs it in a way that not a lot of point guards really in the country do it the way she does. She came away today with 8 assists, tied for her season high, her career high, I suppose, for the freshman. What did she do so well? By the way, added 5 steals. What did she do so well that was able to get her to go to work every offensive possession?
Well, she just has a high basketball IQ. She knows how to run the floor. She knows how to score the ball. But she didn't really need to score this game. She had a lot more leeway to just pass the ball. As Bonnie said in the media room, she trusts her enough to just let her do what she does. Even though she gets frustrated when she misses her shots or if she gets turnovers, of which she had 5 tonight. She's a very smart person. She knows what she's doing. She has the energy to do it. So all she has to do is just trust herself, and then she can just put up numbers like she did.
Going forward, you know Chelsea Gardner is going to be there. She's going to be a double-double threat every game. You know Lauren Aldridge is going to run the offense well. You know these things. Who else for the Jayhawks has to step up going forward if the Jayhawks have a chance at making the NCAA tournament?
Definitely Asia Boyd and Knight together. The seniors have to do their part because they're the leaders of the team. They're the vets. They know the system, or at least they should. So definitely Knight and Boyd have to step up because the bench, and even the starting lineup, but the bench definitely, they're not as consistent as the starters are. So definitely the bench, Asia Boyd needs to lead their bench so that they can, and if she starts, lead the starters so that they can get these wins and make the tournament, of which I think they will.
You think Chelsea Gardner will have another 2020 game this season?
Possibly. We don't know. We'll have to see. She crazy. She was just getting every board. I don't know how she did it, but she did it, and I think she can do it again.
She really put on a clinic there. Who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero, definitely Spidey. Spidey's the best. He's the most agile, and I am Spider-Man anyway, so I'll just leave it at that.